Hi there, Sean here from the Gym. I hope you're well. Welcome to this lifestyle tips. It's a 10-minute little chat about various different topics. And this time I was following up from our previous lifestyle conversation, which is about how can you stop cravings. And then the final part of that, how do you stop cravings, is tonight's topic, because this is a massive, massive area. This is about mindful eating. And I'm going to do this as a two-part, but this could probably extend to maybe a 3 or a 4-part by the time we finish talking, because I think this is one of the biggest areas that's missing out of the food industry right now, whether it's the food, the diet industry, exercise, whichever it is. But the key element to this for me is about mindful eating. I want you to take on board all of these points, and I want you to implement them and try and bring them into your lifestyle, because if you can, you'll move away from the need of massively calorie controlling yourself throughout your day-to-day and going on to those yo-yo diets, etc. This will hopefully create for you some really key consistency. And every diet that you'll look out there, if you want to sustain your weight loss, it's about creating great habits that will then create a lifestyle for you for the rest of your life. And if you can do that, you will conquer your weight. It's as simple as that. It's not as simple as that. It's quite a complex concept. But if you can get some really good habits in places, you will get a better lifestyle as a result of it. So let's have a look at a few things. So what exactly is mindful eating? Well, I've put a little bit in the description as well. But effectively, mindful eating means being fully attentive to your food. Food is calories, it's nutrients, it's intake of food into our day-to-day. We need to try and be more attentive to that quality, the times of our eating, the portion sizes, the actual macro group and micro groups that are in there as well. If you're dropping a whole set of macros from your food, make sure that's underneath the advice of a dietitian rather than just reading a book or a magazine that's giving you some information. Get the right quality of information. Mindful eating, though, isn't just about being in the zone when you're eating your food, though. It's about thinking about preparing for your week ahead, knowing what you're going to eat, the quality of what you got, what you're going to buy, why you're going to buy it, when you're going to consume it, what are you going to be consuming, how does it work? And most people can write me a food plan as to what they've done and what they've eaten for the last 7 days. 9 times out of 10, they'll have forgotten a large proportion of what went into it, but they can always write me a plan of what has happened. The guys that are good at consistency and get results are the guys that know what they're going to be eating the week in advance. And it might be that you're prepared 3 days in advance or 4 days in advance because of the way that your house is, your shopping is, the way that, the children you've got, for example, family members you've got living with you. It might be just the way that your life has to balance. It might be just the way that you've got your food ordered to be delivered. Whatever it is, you need to have a plan. You need to know what you're going to have. And mindful eating for me is all about preparation, knowing what you're going to be eating, the quality of what you're going to be eating, and getting it right. So let's have a look at some key points and things that can really help you out. So that first element is start with what you're buying. Know the quality of what you're buying. And this is key. This doesn't happen when you get to the supermarket and walk around the shops and go, oh, well, I'll have some of that and some of that. Because if you do, you're going to fall into the supermarket's trap. The supermarket's trap is to get you on the plinth, onto the end aisles, anywhere that they can sell you a buy one, get one free, or something that is a low selling product or low quality product normally, and get you to buy more of it so they can make more profit. They always want to get more money out of your wallet, your purse, and put it through their till. So go in with a plan. Know what you're going to be eating. And some people go, oh, I can't afford to eat high quality food sometimes because it's too expensive. And I'm going, yeah, but if you go in with your list, you're not going to be buying all those buy one, get one frees and all the other junk that goes into your shopping trolley. You're going to have high quality food. The better, the higher the quality of the food, the better your satiety, the better the feeling of feeling full, the less snacking you're going to want to do. So start with that shopping list. Stick with it. Buy from that list. If you struggle going to the shops and not buying, impulse buying, I'm terrible for it. I put my hands up to it. I love a bargain and I love going in and saying, oh, that's on offer, or that's a reduced item because I can put that in the freezer and I'm going to stick that in the freezer and that's going to do that with that. And I'm planning ahead. And then I've completely gone off my shopping list. And we're all guilty of doing it. So get in there. And if you're struggling with going shopping, buy online, get it delivered into you. So that's a real good, handy way through. The next step I'd go with is come with an appetite and come to the table knowing that you're feeling hungry and that you're ready to eat. I was training somebody this evening and she's having some massive success and really well done, Joe, because I've loved talking to you tonight. The situation though is we in the Western world, we rarely get to this point of feeling hungry, that ravenous state, that my tummy's rumbling stage that you used to get. How often have you really felt that hunger? And how often have you really felt the need that you really must eat? Is that rumbling in that tummy going? Now, how often has that really happened in the last week? And how many times have you overindulged? How many times have you also come at the end of a diet or an extra, a meal plan, perhaps where you're in a calorie deficit or something like that, and you've got to the end of it, and then you try and go back to your old eating habits straight away, and you feel bloated, you feel like you need an antacid or something like that. That could be you as well. So think about it. Come to the food table with an appetite. You come to a table for an appetite if you've got a plan. If you don't know what you're going to be eating, you're going to be opening the larder door, you're going to be opening the fridge door, you're going to be picking anything that comes to mind. Be mindful beforehand, because you're going to get your microbiome, your guts feeling hungry. They're going to be populating, ready to go. We know that the human body is 10 trillion cells, but we also now know that the microbiome of the gut, i.e. your digestive system tract, is 100 trillion bacteria. So you are pretty much 90% bacteria. So you need to feed that bacteria high quality. Give it good quality food. Give it stuff that it can divulge, can break down and be useful to the body. So come to the table with an appetite. And you should be able to come to the fridge and know exactly what you're going to be eating. You should be able to pick out those items from the fridge without even have to look at anything else that's in that fridge and larder. When was the last time you did that? Because be honest, who knows? It comes down to your plan. It comes down to what you're about. So get that priority right. And the third thing I'm going to talk about tonight, because it's going to run on otherwise, is start with smaller portions. Okay, so very easy to make a good cook pot and a hot pot of food, or a big lasagna, for example, or a big bowl full of something, salads or whatever. Start with a smaller portion, go and eat it, and take the time to eat it. Quality eating. Take that time to divulge that food, absorb it, taste it, feel it. Hydrate well with it as well. See what happens. You can always go back for more of that plate. If you know how much roughly is the size of your foods that needs to be on your plate, go back every now and again. Now, if you struggle with portion control size, get smaller plates, get smaller bowls. Okay, go back and regularly refill them up. Because if anything, you're going to increase your NEAT, your non-exercise activity thermogenesis, the stuff that you burn by doing your day-to-day and your movement, by getting up and going back and refilling. So it's a great little win there as well. There we go. So those are 3 top tips I'm going to put in there for mindful eating. So mindful eating is to be really attentive to what you're eating, how you're eating, why you're buying it, what you're doing with it. We're looking at having a good quality shopping list and a plan for the week ahead, not just randomly open the door and guessing what we're going to be eating. We're going to be coming to the table with appetite, with hunger for what we're going to be doing. And then finally, for this week, look at the portion size and keep it in control. There we go. Hope that's really useful for you. I'm going to come back next week with some more points as well. So please do check in for that as well. That was Mindful Eating Part 1. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, grab your liquid. Cheers. Hydrate really well. And I'll see you next time for the next one. Cheers.